Welcome to the Jerry's Movie Review channel. I am Jerry. Today I am giving a summary of the movie Fast 10. As always, remember there will be spoilers. Is it time for the Fast and Furious franchise to celebrate? The main inquiry driving a review of Fast X, a movie that blatantly acts as a greatest hits compilation from a hit artist, is this one. Not only does it reference the huge, franchise-reviving Fast 5 in its plot, but it also frequently alludes to other movies in the series either directly or through action beats meant to evoke moments from films like Fast and Furious 6, Furious 7, and The Fate of the Furious that are similar to those in Fast and Furious 6. The script was written by Dan Mazeau and Fast 5 director Justin Lin, who left the project due to creative differences and whose absence is noticeable in the action choreography. It frequently reads more like a parody of the franchise than a brand new entry that can stand on its own 2 feet. Much while Fast X races through amusingly silly action set pieces, the majority of which are wonderfully energized by Jason Momoa's entertaining performance, there is a desperate familiarity to everything that makes it seem much more like reheated leftovers than it already does. The series will supposedly end with a trilogy that begins with this episode. Let's hope the following 2 movies include at least one original concept. The opening scenes of Fast X, a flurry of dialogues about family, legacy, and other FF clichés, are among the weakest in all 10 movies. It's possible that this is due to filmmaker Louis Leterrier's leaden treatment of these cherished characters. Dom Toretto, Vin Diesel, may preach about the value of family, but it's quite another thing entirely when Charlie Puth's music is playing and gauzy views of him studying press photos of Paul Walker are shown. In this case, there was a chance to offer us old man Dom. After all, he is 56 years old, but it seems that Diesel and his team have no idea what that looks like beyond making their strong hero a little sentimental. These early scenes have a weird structure where the frequently mocked trope of Dom saying family serves as a constant target. By minimizing Toretto and his gang to their most blatant characteristics, they undercut what these movies were at their best, installments 5 through 7. At this point, no one is expecting any significant character development, but do we really need so many sequences of Dom mumbling family and expressing concern when he sees his son Little B, Leo Abello Perry? When Dante Reyes, played by Momoa, starts his plan to torture Dom and his enraged family, Fast X significantly improves. Rome is the destination of Roman, Tyrese Gibson, Tej, Ludacris, and Ramsey, Natalie Emanuel's mission, but it's actually a trap set by Reyes, the son of Hernan Reyes, who died when Dom and the others rolled a safe through Rio in Fast 5. Dante frequently states that he wants Dom to suffer instead of killing him. This reportedly involves a complex plot to portray the gang as terrorists after a bomb goes off in the Italian capital. It's basically a ploy to divide the crew, at least ever since Vin and The Rock split up, according to how these movies are being made. When Roman, Tej, Ramsey, and Han Sung-kang escape to London, they naturally cross paths with Shaw, Jason Statham. When Letty, Michelle Rodriguez, is accidentally taken captive, only Tess, Brie Larson, the daughter of Mr. Nobody, and Cypher, Charlize Theron, are able to free her. And John Cena, Jordana Brewster, Daniela Melchior, Helen Mirren, Rita Moreno, and Alan Ritchson aren't even mentioned in that lengthy blurb. It's a crowded blockbuster street racing. Yet so little is asked of these well-known faces. Only Theron and Rodriguez get to have any real fun in their subplot, fighting it out in one of the movie's best combat scenes. Moreno and Mirren each get one supporting Dom scene that sounds like AI wrote it. Cena gets trapped with Perry on an awkwardly conceived and executed road trip. Most of Fast X is the Dom and Dante show, and the movie works best when it contrasts the very distinct screen personas of Diesel and Momoa. While Momoa plays to the sidelines, trying for a showy lunatic in each scene, Diesel appears more stern than ever. He jumps into turmoil with a "here we go," and acts like a huge kid trapped inside a superhero costume. The opening of Fast X features a remake of one of the most well-known scenes from Fast 5, but with a younger Jason Momoa replacing the actor that fans would remember. It almost seems as though one motivating thought served as the inspiration for the entire movie. On a whiteboard, someone wrote down the best action sequences and then inquired as to how the spirit of Jason Momoa's Dante may influence them. It does so occasionally. The series' more grounded intensity may be seen in a drag racing scene from Rio, when the focus was on quick driving rather than physics-defying stunts. Once more, a plane is seen dumping a car and using harpoons with wires attached. Even when the ridiculous action is effective, it's difficult to escape the feeling that Fast X is a carbon copy of earlier works, often done better by directors who have a greater grasp of stunt work and action geography than the forgettable Leterrier. It doesn't help that Fast X frequently has actors who are more visibly against green screen backdrops in terms of CGI rendering. When it's obvious that we're viewing something that involves more visual effects than stunt performance, the risks are lower. Because of where Fast X ends up, all of this rock band encore with new pyrotechnics approach is even less excusable. Otherwise it doesn't. Diesel has acknowledged that this is the first installment of a trilogy that ends the franchise, and that information likely leaked prior to the film's debut to lessen the blow of a blockbuster without an epilogue. Here, I'm referring to a Avengers: Infinity War-style climax. Characters are left unresolved, assumed dead, and in danger. The movie's trip down memory lane undoubtedly ends in a dead end, leaving audiences with an unfulfilled desire. As a result, Fast X becomes less of a victory lap and more of a noisy, pricey engine revving before the race has even begun. It only strengthens the impression that money is more important than family or having a good time. I hope you enjoyed this recap. If you did, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.